And I'm Mitch Richards, and what a crazy week in sports it was, Chuck.
You're right.
We had the Bears winning, but first we have to go out to our weekly company spotlight.
Yes, this week we're focusing on Monsanto Corporation, and now we'll head off with our experts, Rick and Gina.
Thanks, Chuck. I'm Rick.
And I'm Gina. And let's take a closer look at Monsanto Corporation.
By the year 2050, there will be 9 billion people on Earth. 9 billion people who must be clothed, fueled, fed. And the world is consuming more than it's producing. So we must grow more food in the next 50 years than has been grown in the last 10,000. What if we could produce more yield on the same amount of land, squeeze more water from a single raindrop, conserve natural resources while caring for the environment, and tell at a glance what to expect from a trait? Wouldn't it be better?
Monsanto Corporation is a chemical company which specializes in agricultural biotechnology, an industry that uses biochemical engineering and genetic modification and applies it to the industry of agriculture. Genetically modified crops comprise 55% of the crops planted in the United States, 15% of the crops planted in Europe and Africa, and only 12% of the crops planted in Brazil. The use of genetically modified crops and organisms is controversial due to concerns over health and environmental responsibility.
But the company does not seem to be hurting too much from this apprehension. Their financial statements show that they are still a very liquid company. Their current ratio this past year was 2.1. And their net cash from operating activities equals about $2 billion. The company itself is a $12 million company, and this past summer their CEO and president, Hugh Grant, was voted the magazine Chief Executive CEO of the Year. He says that Monsanto's main motivating factor is the increasing population, because in 40 years there'll be another 3 billion people living on this planet. To deal with this issue, Grant is working towards allowing farmers to produce more food in the same amount of space by using new technologies. Despite opposition, the company is likely to increase profitability at least 7% in the next 3 years, and has been expanding its reach from its headquarters in St. Louis to countries throughout Europe, South America, Africa, the Middle East, and Asia Pacific.
Some customers and consumers of Monsanto Corporation include primarily farmers, research companies and organizations, textile companies, food producers, medical researchers and pharmaceutical agencies, and now producers of biofuel products. Monsanto's competition include other big-name chemical companies such as Syngenta, Bayer Crop Science, and BASF. Well, that wraps up our segment on Monsanto Corporation. Now back to you, Chuck.